Hey guys, just got myself a new snare head today, so I thought I'd do a little bit of a walkthrough on how to tune a snare drum. Nowhere near being an expert on this at all, but I thought I'd show my process, what I do, just so that maybe if you need a little bit of help, you can hopefully pick up a few tips from it. Maybe use some of the stuff yourself. I am going from an old Remo coated ambassador head. You can see it's pretty beat up from use and everything, but I completely took it apart, just to clean it. I like to rotate the rim a little bit too. Some notice, hitting the sticks on the rim right there. I know it's die cast, it's not supposed to deform, but I just do it. It's up to you. But replacing this one's a little bit old, but clean off the shell and the rim while you got it apart. You'll thank me later. A lot of stick shavings and stuff get in there, and it just prevents buildup from getting in there, and it just looks better. It'll make you feel better. So I'm going with new head. It's an Evans Genera HD dry snare batter head. It's a 14-inch coated head, and that's it right there. But a nice clean new drum, and you can see these little holes it's got. It's supposed to be to control sustain a little bit, and then it's got a control ring on the inside as well here. Which I might remove at a later point, but I'm going to try putting it on there first right now with that ring on and see how it sounds. Alright, so I'm going to start putting my drum together here, and I did take everything apart, so I've got it all laid out. But what I like to do is always have the snares going right away from me. So when I'm sitting at the set playing, here's the snare throw off, and I usually just have it laying right that way as I play. If I play front or back on the head, I still am directly over the snare and get the best sound usually. So that's how I set that up. And let me start putting all the lugs in here. Alright, and got all the lugs on. And just for anyone that is wondering, this is a Premier Artist Maple kit. It's one of the last ones made in Britain before they moved this whole series over to Taiwan. So it's pretty cool, just in case anyone's wondering on that. That's what kind of snare I'm using. So came with the set, just a maple kit, or yeah, the whole kit's maple, all original from England, so that's nice. It was handmade. Got one of the last ones there. So I've got all the lugs here, pretty much finger tightened on, which is usually what I'll do, go around just to make sure they're all about finger tight to where I can't spin them anymore, and then start tuning from there. You want to make sure the snares are off for this part, but obviously it's pretty dead here. There's nothing to it just yet, so tune it up just a little bit. There's probably about 2 turns each. Make sure to alternate. And after that, I'm starting to get a little tone out of it now. So it's uniform so far, so we'll keep going. Just give it a turn each, and you'll feel, just with your hands, you'll feel the tension of them. So we're getting a little tighter now. And you can hear the difference, so you want to start correcting those and just tune match them. So just continuing on that, just make sure to tone match all the lugs. You can see we're starting to get there in tone. So that's pretty loose still, but you can see with the HD dry, with that control ring and the tones, even a loose head Still, it doesn't have a lot of sustain. You know, it cuts it down pretty good. And the snares on this aren't too tight. You know, not too bad, but I mean, the snare's pretty loose still. That's toned pretty low, so already this head, you can tune it pretty low and still get a decent sound out of it. Now, if you've seen any of my videos, I usually have my snare tuned up pretty high, so I'm going to keep going a little bit higher on this. Alright, starting to get into the range where I like. As far as the bottom head too, for anyone who's interested, I do usually tune those up pretty tight on the bottom. Get a nice dry sound out of the snares. But so far that's right around where I want it. Of course, I'll tweak and play with it while I'm, you know, actually get it on the set and hear it a little bit more. But that's the basic process of going through to tune a snare drum.